be a touchdown.
That's not
A touchdown.
It's not Carol Channing.
No, that's not Carol Channing, sir.
Go ahead, try Carol Channing. I forget how she sounds.
Carol Channing? You want me to do Carol Channing? No, I can't do Carol Channing.
All right, quiet on the set.
Shh, Rocky, be quiet.
Boobs.
We're killing these smells.
$5.
Welcome to lunch, Chuck and Laz.
For your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, Chuck and Laz.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
The time sink is real.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm doing nothing but standing on the line. You know, I should be doing something.
I stand around for hours at a
Oh
time.
God, I can't tell you how many hours a day I'm just standing on the line. I'm doing nothing but standing on the line.
Yeah.
You're all using some kind of jargon that me no understand. Have to gently blow a ball.
Into a warm, fuzzy hole.
That's right.
Yeah.
Welcome to lunch, Chuck and Laz.
For your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, Chuck and Laz.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
Yeah. I blame Laz.
It's all Laz's fault. That's right. Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news 5 days a week right here inside Shroud of the Avatar for your viewing and listening entertainment and pleasure. And of course, news. Well, our name actually, has news in it, so yes.
Well, we have to bring the all-important news, like patches coming out before the show.
Yes.
Stand-up notes.
Oh, we got some really big news, but let's get to
property sales.
Property sales,
you
the market in Austin, things like that to talk about. But for the record, it is Tuesday, April 4th, 2017 here inside Shroud of the Avatar. And I tell you, there's just all sorts of craziness going on out there in the world. Of course,
no craziness. No
patches,
craziness
we've
whatsoever.
Got news. But let's get the details out of the way, of course. Welcome, everybody, to today's show. Thank you for tuning in and joining us. We are the only show on the air 5 days a week that invites you, the audience, to come sit in and join us and talk about whatever it is we're talking about in today's topic, or bring up a new topic. Come in and tell us what's going on in your world. Tell us if there's something that bugs you. Tell us if there's something you're really doing and you're enjoying out there in the game. You got a guild, you got a shop, all that kind of stuff. And come join the shenanigans in Discord, because that's where most of the fun is. You can join us by going to the NBNN.info website. There's a Discord app box. Just click on the connect. It'll whisk you right in if you already have Discord. If not, there's the download link. As well, we have Zoom chat if you want to come and look at our ugly faces up close and personal on your monitor. You can join us in Zoom. But
And remember, inside of Discord, rules 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 apply, and that rule is D-bad.
don't be a dick. The cardinal rule here in Shroud of the Avatar, we ask.
It's the only rule, really.
Yes, it's the only rule that anybody in this game expects you to abide by for the most part. So, moving right along, we got quite a list of things to talk about. Here we are on Tuesday.
did you want to start off with the patch notes? That way we can discuss the corn issue and
Yes.
what actually had to happen there.
I thought Led Zepp washed it in the basket there, but I don't know.
What happened?
Well, before the show, List was actually asking, it's like, why aren't there any fish in this hot tub? And that's where a quick investigation showed that the corn was washed in the hot tub and it killed all the fish.
Well, I want to know who put the fish in the hot tub in the first place.
Wasn't me.
There was actually
But
no fish.
I do have a cousin that did put some fish in their pool, and it did eventually turn black.
Yeah, well.
There's a carp in the tub, there's a carp in the tub, there's a carp in the tub, and everybody's dirty. There's a carp in the tub, there's a carp in the tub, so no
Yep.
get out that.
That's exactly what happened there. Okay, so patch notes did come out right before the show, so 11:15 this morning,
a.m.
Central Standard Time, or New Britannia time. Patch number 584 did come out, where they fixed the collision on a canopy in Vauban Pass. They added strafe animations for combat running with the bow, so now you can actually strafe left and strafe right while you've got your bow out there.
Yeah, Jack's gonna be out there having all sorts of fun now.
I'm trying to think. I think only 2 of my characters use bows. Updated the bow weapon idle animations. They updated the rotation bow weapon file.
Do you see my bow in my hand? Because I don't.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, that's wild.
You look like you're playing Elmer Fudd hunting that wabbit. That's what you look like.
Killed a wabbit.
Kill the wabbit.
Yeah, you've got glowing things in your hands.
Your hands
Yeah,
are
but the
glowing, and it
bow's
looks
not
like
there.
you might be holding a shotgun. Yeah.
Okay, well.
Sorry.
I think you're. What's the Ranger's name in that Dungeons and Dragons cartoon? Besides Ranger, with the magic bow.
Oh man. You're
Yeah. I know.
So,
I'm reaching.
so they fixed the strafing, but they made the bows invisible. Perfect.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Magic.
But you
That's
have a
magic.
really wild glow to your hands.
I know, that's
I
pretty
want to
cool.
know where those hands were.
Yeah, they optimized the loading time of assets.
Oh,
That's some big assets there.
I know, it's some pretty
Yeah.
big assets that they're loading. Then they updated the alignment of bow shooting animations. Sans bow. Offline crafting now works. Because you really want to craft offline.
Yes.
And what that's referring to is the single player offline mode that you can now craft things there. They toned down the Joker face smile on the female giggle emote because I guess they didn't want it inspired by the Joker.
It's all in the lipstick.
Yes. It's all in the lipstick. Yes. They cleared the glass from a player lot in Brittany Alleys. They linked the audio in the Obsidian Forge to the correct mixer, fixed some floating items in the Blood River mixer, or Blood River Massacre.
it was a mixer, and then there was a massacre.
See, the
Everybody
Blood River mixer happened before the massacre.
That's right.
Because you had to get
They
everything.
were all drunk. That's why they
You had to
died.
get them drunk at the mixer first. That's right.
Yes,
There you go.
yes, exactly. That's how it happened, and I'm sticking to it. They set the proper crafting flag on the cobblest boots that are now no longer require woodworking, but they're now blacksmithing. Or was it tanning? I don't know.
I thought it was
They fixed the
tanning.
vision. I don't know because I don't have them. It's like I spent the day yesterday crafting teleports and recall scrolls, and then someone's audio files completely
Yep.
forked.
I just
Then-
realized that.
Then they fixed the visual effects problem with Flaming Hands. Charge effect would last too long after igniting weapon. Fixed an issue with the ballet outfit incorrectly dropping a pattern. Never mind the hip thrust. Never, don't fix that. That was kindly demonstrated over and over and over again. May have involved a strap-on or two, but after the show, if you weren't on the lot after the show, you
missed quite a show after the show.
Yeah, I mean, there were tea bags involved, unfortunately. It was a tea party.
Was that from the inclusion of the new tea leaves?
Yeah, I think
not
that's
that
how you're going to have to
bag.
read the tea leaves. Yeah. They removed a floating crate in Blood Bay. They fixed the collision on the dead mushroom men. They updated the loot on Timmy.
Timmy. I love
Can't call him
guys.
Timna. It's Timmy. They fixed the crash on the Linux and OS X when loading into the player town of Iron Gate. The missing skeleton from the airstrip in Blood Bay has returned from the ether. So now it does have a navigator again. Devotional tooltips updated to note dramatic increase in siege probability when placed. As in, if you don't have any devotionals, you will not be sieged. But if you do have devotionals, you will be sieged at some point.
Be sieged.
If you place all of the devotionals, you will be sieged all the time.
24/7.
Exactly. They fixed the position of they fixed the position of chandeliers in the Wizard Tower player home. Adjusted a rocks collision in Brightbone Pass. Adjusted stair collision in the small old keep player home. Fixed an issue where getting interrupted via damage could cause you the ability to lose the ability to cast spells. They've restored the lights on the Star Citizen ship air home. Remove schedules from Crown Merchants in Central Brittany. Damn it! They need to put those schedules back.
You know, I tell you what, I love the
as
idea
much as you
of
hate that,
schedules. I love the idea of schedules, but you
hate the practice. You hate it in practice because like that 15 minutes where you're waiting for the NPCs to
I dig it because I can't tell you how many times I've been screwed when I just really wanted to go do something and I had to sit there and wait for the fucking shopkeeper to open, man. And yeah. No, well,
maybe what they'll do is they'll introduce shift work and shift wages for some of the NPCs.
Schedules
Overtime.
Schedules only work in RPGs when you can rest and thus have direct control of the time.
Yes.
Schedules in MMOs where you have to actually sit and wait, not so much.
That is a good observation there, Rustic.
yes. That is one, but I also think that it's a matter of planning and timing. Let's get this knocked out because Jack can tell you a little bit about planning and timing on a certain quest out there that befuddled him.
I don't know what you're talking about. Wait. It didn't befuddle me. I'm the one that figured it out first.
But you sat and waited, didn't you? And waited.
Just because it took like a week for the moon to get to the right proper cycle doesn't mean anything. They fixed the ladder that could be lowered for multiplayer in the Kiln Cistern. Fixed a bug that prevented staves from being masterworked. Fixed the loom attachment animations. Fixed a typo in the Ring of Cat's Grace artifact. Created decoration versions of the Kopesh and Obsidian Sword. The Knighting emote can now be used with one-handed blades, two-handed blades, one-handed bludgeons, and two-handed katanas.
Ooh,
the Autumn Fairy dress can now be equipped with leg equipment. Fixed a stuck spot on the fireplace in the 4-story row home.
I want to mention something about the autumn thing. So if you see, I'm taking off my. It works with other clothing as well.
Off.
And but there's one little problem with it. Even though, like you can see, I have it on underneath, and so it now works with dresses and robes and stuff like that. However, whenever I sit down on the ground, if I can sit down on the ground, sorry, 1 second.
Who's got the damn
You should see, like you can see it on my legs, right? But whenever I put the dress or the robe back on, it will disappear off my leg.
Well, there's
So-
colors.
Yeah.
They're-
But
Yeah,
whatever
but-
you
but
just did,
it's
Bug,
not
because
underneath,
I don't
so-
see you with your robes on anyway.
he's got his robe on.
I'm just
Yeah, I'm
saying.
taking my robes.
He
I
ain't,
was
he
taking
ain't
them
got it
on
on
and
my
off.
screen. But anyway, you're
So now
naked.
that I'm sitting down, the leggings, even though they fit on your character sheet, they do not appear, at least on a robe. I'll double check with the autumn dress itself to see if they do
Slash
appear.
Bug.
Just letting you know.
Slash
Robe is covering him. So
Bug.
Well, yeah.
Well,
but
you should
when
you
I'm
should
sitting
still
on the
see
ground,
the
you should
ankle
see it
area.
Up the, you should you should see it up the leg as I'm sitting down on the ground, because you can look right up my major
You
robe
just
there.
want those people
Yeah,
looking up your
you
legs.
just
don't
want
you?
people looking up your skirt.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
you
Zep's
came
job.
to the right place because Led
Falling
Zepp
for
is
that
here,
trick.
and he actually walks around with the mirrored shoes.
Yeah, he doesn't care if it. Yeah, that's the
Come
problem
on,
with
let's
it.
get
It's like he never
serious.
knows.
Led Zepp gets
Never
down on
killed.
his hands and knees and looks, man. He doesn't need mirrors on his shoes.
He just lays down at the end of the escalator.
When you said let's get serious, I thought you were serious.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Wow.
Serious.
Jeez.
All right,
You got us
see,
confused
Zep?
with a couple
Oh,
guys.
yeah,
who,
now I see. What's that little thing
We have
hanging
a
there?
plan.
What is that? A ripcord? What's
Okay.
that thing?
Moving right along. The quest and tutorial tasks collecting objects in the world will now also work by dragging the item to yourself to take them. They updated NPC AI navigation in Solania. The description of clearing a player's task list at a town crier clearer has been made
Crier?
clearer.
The clear
Town
has
crier
been made
clearer.
Yeah.
Task at a town crier
The town
clearer
crier
has
clearer
been made
has
clear.
been made clearer.
It's been made
Can,
clearer.
can I make that
Yes.
clear enough for you? Is that clear enough
Yes.
for you? But I don't know.
That is as clear as mud.
Okay.
The side quest to find a missing report in the crypt of the Avatar now correctly has an evaluation of danger appropriate for the monsters found within.
Danger.
Note, this is a 5-school tier dungeon, and exploration of the dungeon is entirely optional for purposes of story completion. They removed a bench that was intersecting
Optional
the
For
decorative.
completion.
It's like alternative
So
facts.
they're
isn't
they're
it?
talking about the side quest inside the Crypt of the Avatar. Crypt of the Avatar is part of the major quest line. But yeah, so, yeah.
Thank you.
If you know where you're going in the Crypt of the Avatar, then you don't need
Can
to
we
go
get that
explore the
crier to
entire
make
thing.
that clearer any clearer? Okay. It's
The town
just
crier
checking.
clearer has been made clearer.
Okay. Just
Okay,
checking.
so they fixed a stuck spot in Serpent's Mine. Civils fell and Ardorus will no longer try to give out Necropolis keystones. Fixed an issue with incorrect placement for the ornate rusted iron fence corner piece. They fixed an issue with keyword display for shrine caretakers in Forest End. NPC wisps seen while you are dead no longer have small black circles in the middle. They updated the visuals for the wood duck wings, and that audio file is also borked.
Yep.
Fixed a bug in the crafting UI that prevented the percent chance to succeed from being shown when an item had a long name. Samuel now knows his left from his right within the necropolis.
No, you're
Led Zepp. Yes, your other left. Led Zepp's black corn has been rinsed off and is now yellow again.
Great. Now I've got to paint my children all over again.
A delay was added when meeting Edward with Robert in Blood River so he doesn't wander off to open the gate in mid-conversation. The weight of a blank sheet music was decreased to 0.1 from 1, which was actually supposed to be done in when Release 40 went live. So they finally got to it. The Oracle Orb of Obliteration is operational again. Don't forget, you can always find those on a certain vendor. I'm not saying who.
Hand
Hand
grenade.
Yes.
Oh, did I miss the corn? I was AFK. I missed
The real holy hand grenade right here.
The
folks.
holy hand grenade, yes. Now, what fluid is inside of there?
Come on,
That's
you
some
don't know what
black
the
water.
holy hand grenade is for crying out? Oh, that's right.
Oh,
You
I
don't
know.
drink. You aren't a drinker. Anybody want to tell him what the holy hand grenade is?
About $7.50.
It goes
Chambord.
boom.
Chambord liqueur.
Don't know what that is. Never had it.
Oh, it's a rather tasty drink.
It's not a beer.
No, much better.
Yep. Not even. Increase the damage on the environmental fire effect areas. Targeting will no longer choose the best target last. The angle for targeting will now be taken into account less for calculation of
Oh, go back
best
to that
targets.
last one. What was that last one?
the targeting will no longer choose the best target last. Or are you talking about the angle for targeting will now be taken into account less for calculation of best targets?
Oh boy, target.
Yeah,
angle.
okay.
Yeah.
So
So targeting getting screwed somehow fixed. I can't tell.
well, that statement just I don't know. It rubs me.
Well,
So that
the problem with it
that
is
tells that tells us the targeting's been borked all this time. Is that what that tells me?
well, absolutely. I
Yeah,
mean, but
okay.
that's something we've known and
Yeah,
complained
okay.
about. Fix the visuals for the watered soil within the agriculture system.
Just one little line. Is that all? Is that all it gets? Okay.
Something like that. The large ornate. I mean, so the agriculture system, the watering spots are no longer peeing on the entire
Doesn't look
planter
like the
bed.
neighbor's
It
Great
is
Dane
now
came
just
and
the-
relieved himself.
now you're just wetting the actual plant.
Yeah, it's a small little ring, kind of in the center of the square block instead of all of the dirt now looking wet. Though, in my opinion, I think it was easier to detect if it's the whole thing, especially if you've got a big
Yeah.
plant.
Which is-
So I'd ask them to reverse that, but
I see a problem with it. Right?
yeah, it's
They
a
well,
good
Can't
visual
please
indicator. If we had a-
everybody, I tell you.
I know.
It was fun.
Gonna
If
go
we had an
one
indicator
way
that
or
could
the
tell us-
other.
Whatever.
Well, I mean, they still need to tie it into the weather, and so if it rains, it rains, and then they need make your servants actually water everything for you, and then let's see what else. do they need?
Maybe a little
some
instead of a
sprinklers.
whole bunch of water, instead having just a watering can that uses like the durability uses a bit for each plant you do, and then eventually you got to take it back and fill it back up with water, and that restore its durability or whatever, that kind of thing. That'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Multiple waterings from one container.
Yeah, imagine you don't need to
Automatic
drop 50
timed
gallons of
watering.
water on top of it. And then maybe a little barometer or something that kind of gives you an indication. Something, no, something that gives you an
Don't push
indication of
it.
how long until you need to water again, or crops being done. Some sort of
Some
indication.
Yes, in the
indicator.
morning.
Oh
Get
yeah, I can definitely get on board with that. Yeah,
Wake up
so-
at 4:00 in the morning.
A visual indicator when you walk up on your plant says, "Hey, they, so much more time till they need to be watered again." That
Even
would
if
be
even if it's somewhat vague, like within the next 2 hours or something, you know what I mean?
moving right along.
The large ornate
Cow
quart
didn't
of
like that.
and the ornate kettle drum instruments now have the correct display names. They update to the spring fountain with candles for sorting issues. Visual effects for water elementals now renders correctly. Fix for many tasks were not clearing correctly. For information on how to fix tasks that were bugged previously, please go to the forum thread.
Oh, look,
Torches.
yeah.
Blah, blah, blah,
The the water elemental now has a physical body. Look at that. She's back. She's been invisible.
We can't look at that. We're looking at release.
Well, I know
notes.
you're looking at the thing. I'm just saying.
Then Then after that, let's see, where was that? Torches and Blood Bay now have the correct flame and smoke visual effects. They attempted a fix for Smoke Heart and Smoke Heart emote visuals. Attempted a fix.
Attempted
Maybe.
the fix.
We'll find out. We'll see if it works or not. Night Vision now correctly modifies ambient light levels for scenes that use the color ambient mode. Fixed a typo with Alana's post keyword set in our doors. Fix some issues with the Dread Rabbit of Exeter Crag Mines. Your hearty slap on the back reward awaits. You will need to kill the dead rabbit again to register credit. And fix a possible
rabbit.
And the Death Bunny. Fixed a possible issue with taking Charon's ferry to Malice from spite. Then they added keyword hints to Eileen's request for money in Braemar. The light orb spell orb no longer appears behind the coals of blacksmithing stations. And that was the patch notes.
Yes,
lots of known issues. We're not covering
curious
those.
as to this Dread Rabbit in the Exeter Crag Mines. The Death Bunny is in Spectral Mines. So is this a different? This a different bunny?
I have no idea, but you see, I've got the coolest audio bug ever.
Bug.
Yeah. So
What's that?
I can't hear your music playing unless I pan my camera behind my character.
Oh well, that's very interesting.
So I get to look at Blood Omen, not everybody else. Oh man.
Yeah, well,
One day they'll actually figure out how to actually do this stuff.
I mean, yeah, all they got to do is watch the videos. I mean, yeah.
Well,
Did anybody else notice that we're sitting just off the edge of our chairs?
Have we noticed? Don't get
just
me.
saying.
Yes.
Don't get me started. We'll rewind back 2 years. Is speaking of
Why do you
which,
sit on the-
actually, they again in this release. Let's see if it's fixed. Yeah, see now, as it was to the point where I could swing my camera around and it wouldn't just zoom in on this first-person zoom. And now it seems to be bugged again with these chairs that the minute you swing around this way, you don't. It just warps your whole zoom.
Hey, Laz, go ahead and hit escape for me,
Okay, why?
so that way you stop playing.
Well, I'm playing music here. Jeez.
He's playing music now because he can't hear yours.
I'm playing music right now, and I want you to swing your camera around and see what happens.
Oh. Yeah, well, I hear absolutely nothing.
So, swing your camera around to where you're looking at our friend Blood Omen.
So
Hi, Blood Omen.
now, not only do I lose my whole field of view and get forced into first-person view with the chair again, which is I got to report this because I noticed this one yesterday, actually. But yes, I cannot hear you unless my camera is basically facing away now from the person who is playing. So, why when I turn my camera this way do I not hear him? I don't know. Why do we have our music tied to the camera like our combat tied to our camera? I don't know.
No clue,
not
man.
Right.
No clue.
Yeah. But, I mean, it doesn't get any plainer than that. I mean, swing your camera around to look the other way and you can actually hear somebody playing. And he is, 5 feet away? Yeah. I don't
5
see
meters.
I don't see a 15 meter radius in effect here, people. Yeah. But anyway.
Nope.
We need a fix for music. Speaking of a fix for music.
I mean the hard part is the people that are responsible for that actually need to test it themselves and figure out what these are the actual problems that people are complaining about.
Tough part about that is they do that. They play the music and they can hear it like when they're playing it themselves.
Hey, I hear the music. It's working
yeah,
fine.
it's working fine, Of course, mine works fine when I play. But anyway, let's not beat that horse anymore this week, please. We know, and again, we got other stuff to cover. I'd like to hear some music. That's all. But
The water
again,
elements
speaking
aren't
of
drowning
music,
us out either.
Shroud Music is back up and fully functional with a new look, and I know you guys who sell sheet music are gonna hate me for this one, but this is an ABC file sharing site out there, and it still needs a couple little fine-tuning touches, but this is where you can go ahead and share ABC files. You can create your own directory so that people can find your stuff. You can upload your files, you can download other people's files, and it's all out there on shroudmusic.com.
There goes Gordon's business model.
Well, Shroud Music has been out there, but the upload download has been borked for a couple of months, so we really haven't said anything about it. And I spent quite a bit of time getting that fixed last night, so now I'm saying.
Wouldn't it be interesting if they just took away the ability though to use take ABC files and just play them from in game and forced players to have sheet music physically in their inventory to click and play? That'd be interesting.
It would be interesting, but how would they get the sheet music into the game?
You could probably put the file into your folder, but you couldn't play it from the folder. You would have to take it and convert it.
What we really
into
need is a musical interface that will show you the list of files that you can just point and click to in there, that will show you a list of songs in your database. That's what we really need. But that's another 2 days worth of topic on Laz's.
Let's fix the chairs first.
But Rustic, are you here? Are you listening? Are you available? That's my big question right now. Burning questions on people's minds out there in the world.
Well, you want to talk about real estate, don't you?
I do, but I really want to talk about how that affects Hobloth is what I'm really interested in. And I believe Rustic will probably have a little bit more information. That's why I wanted to know, and I know he's listening from work, so I wanted to see.
I don't know if he actually has any additional information, because I don't know if he's talked to Richard yet, and that's one where
big post out there. Would you like a link?
Which one?
Hold on, I'll get
the one on Facebook that I read earlier.
The one on hang on, I'll get it. Because I didn't have this one loaded because I didn't.
You didn't plan on going there, and now you're going there?
I didn't plan on going there, because I figured Rustic would have, please read this important announcement.
Where is it? I hate Facebook.
Yeah, it's not on Facebook. You're not going to find it on Facebook.
Okay.
That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Facebook. Fake news. You want to talk about fake news? This is on the Heart of Britannia's website. It was posted by Rustic Dragon on Twitter yesterday, April 3rd, 2017. And let's get this up on screen real quick, since we went there.
Kill me, Smalls, kill me. Okay, the listing of Castleton, how it affects Hobloth 4 and the Hearth in general. So Castleton and Richard's property in Austin, which is 65 acres of lakefront property, has been listed for sale for the low price of $45 million.
I'll go out and buy 2 of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would love to. I believe Richard only spent like $20 million on it, which is even better.
Yeah, really.
That's one where it's not going to affect Hobloth 4 at this point in time. It does, however, affect the Hearth of Britannia in general, as well as potentially positively affecting Hobloth 4. The Hearth has been advised to continue planning to use Castleton for Hobloth 4 However, the Hearth will not count on using Castleton for Hobloth 5, should there be one. Now, this is one where Rustic Dragon has said over and over and over, treat each Hobloth as the last one. There may or may not be another.
Last year we did not know if this one was going to happen. That's right. And
yes,
we partied like it was 1999. Or was that?
Yeah. So
actually, I have a thought about that for those interested.
Here he is. Man.
So sorry, I had to step out for a second, but this coming Thursday, I'm having an emergency Patreon rabble to talk about the consequences of this, to try to figure out how we can make Hobloth 4 the absolute best event possible.
Absolutely.
In order to give Castleton a proper send-off. And then we'll discuss that. And then following Thursday, the next Dragons Meet, which will be on the 13th, we'll also be discussing that. But Patreon backers, of course, get the insider information.
Absolutely. Now, again, this is very interesting news, so let's go ahead. Do you have the actual article on that ready to bring up and just talk about, or are we just going to talk about it?
No.
Not show you.
We're just going to talk about it, just because it's only one article, and unfortunately, you can't look it for the property being up for sale on some of the other real estate websites in the Austin area. Like, you can't find it on Zillow, you can't find it on anywhere else. And so I don't know whether or not this was...
It's a private listing.
A very private listing to where it's never going to hit MLS. It's never going to hit anything other than, hey, this was posted here. Now, on Castleton, you also have a 3/4 scale size of the Globe Theater.
Seats about 400 people.
Yeah, seats about 400. And you end up with all of these issues because it doesn't just affect Hobloth and the Hearth of Britannia. It also affects the Baronsman Theater Troupe who've been using that land and property for about 10 years or so, and putting up Shakespeare plays.
Well, it's our understanding, and I believe that's the story, is he actually built the theater for the local theater troupe when he found out they really didn't have any benefactor or place to really do their work. So going to be real interesting to see.
What's going on with this? This old lady needs new shoes? What?
Yeah, I tell you.
What's going on?
For those of you folks who have been paying attention out there, last few days we started running the best of NBNN instead of our regular past shows all up back to back. And you'll notice that there are a couple shows that Jack and I did at Hobloth, and you'll be able to see what Castleton looks like, the different buildings and stuff out there, as well as a performance by the recap band with Star Long to see what the theater looks like, and you get an idea that this is a big, beautiful place, and it's going to be sad to see this come to an end. And again, we'll keep up on the news, and we'll keep in touch with Rustic to keep everybody abreast of what's going on here.
Yeah, totally. And so on my end, basically all engines are firing. Actually, I'll share this with you guys first. This is actually breaking NBNN news here. This is huge.
Breaking news alert.
So yeah, this is huge. I was actually about to have a conversation with Alex, my fiance, yesterday. I had made a decision over the weekend, a very difficult decision, and I was about to talk to Alex to see if she was on board with that. And basically, for those who have been following the Hearth, I have been having to reprioritize things quite a bit. Specifically, I had to stop going to longsword fencing so I could focus on the event and the cookbook, because my current job takes about 11 hours a day when you factor in the commute.
Absolutely.
And the lack of time that I have to myself has been a constant pain point for me since I moved to Chicago, and that'll be solved when I move closer to work and all kinds of fun stuff. But it was very readily apparent that I could not go to Longsword and make cookbook progress and make progress on the event at the same time. So what I had planned to tell my fiance yesterday was, or rather what I planned to propose, I was actually ready to cancel Hobloth 4 to work only on the cookbook, because the cookbook is long overdue. I really want to focus on it. I chose this apartment that is very far from my job because it has a fantastic kitchen.
Absolutely.
And I'm not using it. And to me, the cookbook is the single most important thing that I can contribute to the Ultima world, and to Ultima at large. But then when I found out that this was going to happen, that Castleton is listed for sale, I realized I have to do exactly the opposite. So now cookbook progress is on hiatus, and now my goal is to make Hobloth 4 the biggest, most amazing, fantastic event ever.
For the Ultima verse, basically. For any Ultima fans, for Shroud of the Avatar fans, for anybody who's been affected by these stories of virtue and traveling these worlds of Richard Garriott. And again, we're on board. So Rustic, whatever you need from us, you shout out, we'll get it out there to the world. We'll let everybody know, because this will be a party and an event to end all events, if it even pales in comparison to what we all experienced at Hobloth 3. I mean, Hobloth 3 was just an amazing adventure and meeting of people, and this is going to be a big one, folks. This is going to be a big one. But, yes, absolutely. I read that in your comments, that everything was on hold, and appreciate everything you're doing for this, and so did the other people who know how hard you work on this. For those of you who don't know, you should go out to the Heart of Britannia. I put the links here in Discord, and check out what Rustic does. Rustic has been dedicated to getting this cookbook out for how many years now?
Well, I came up with the idea well over a decade ago, and I've slowly been trickling progress, but I didn't announce it to the world until 2013. And yeah, I want to make progress on it. I want to do it.
Life throws its obstacles at you, and I have faith in the cookbook, but I gotta firmly back your decision to make this and do exactly what you did. So I applaud you for doing that. That is good news for everybody out there, and of course you all heard it here. Rustic is going to be putting his stuff on hold to make Hobloth 4 the best event ever seen, because it just may well be the last held on Castleton property.
And let's make it fantastic.
Yes. And,
I hope it becomes a great event, and I'm seeing that. I think people knowing that it's going to be the final event held at Castleton, the quota for the number of people that participate is going to be, or the number of participants is going to be insane.
Well, what happens if it sells in the meantime?
That is a possibility, but I'm not worried about that. Basically, I can't imagine that it would. As the article said, it's $45 million is a record price in Austin, and so when you buy a house, it just takes a while. You get inspections, you close and all that stuff, and that's a house. That's couple $100,000. I can't imagine that a $45 million sale is just going to go, oh, here it is, see ya.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
You've seen the property, Zep, haven't you?
Yes. I had that kind of cash laying around. I might,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might just
Speed this up
buy
right
it
now.
so we can have a big
Ready.
old playground out there. But that's right.
I need to win the lottery first.
Yes.
That's
I
right.
don't know. Maybe after you sell your house, you can make a down payment. What do you think, Jack?
I don't think my down payment of 1/100th of the value of that property would work.
I don't think you could even pay the property taxes.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, no.
All righty.
One-
Well, moving right
1%.
along, folks. Yes, all sorts of great news out there, and of course, we'll keep you abreast as we go. But meanwhile, it's getting to that point where we got to start wrapping it up here. And man, it's just this music thing is just. I'm gonna have to go to the back.
What are you talking about? I mean, it's the backup plan of the backup plan.
No, the backup plan is I'm just gonna put music in the background and be done with it, and just have
We'll just
it-
have an
have
MP3
all the
track
music
that
muted.
plays
I
for-
just put a background track in from now on. That's all.
Well, we just need to record like someone playing an ABC file for like 2 hours,
Yeah,
and then just hit play in the background as an MP3,
is
and then we don't have to worry about it.
Split it up some, make it random.
because
Yep.
this is just ridiculous. I mean, yeah, that I have to swing the camera all the way around like this in order to hear freaking audio. That's just ridiculous. Anyway,
Hey, man, 15 meters.
yeah, 15 meters.
So moving right along, it's time for that thing where we discuss things that are happening in game related to Shroud of the Avatar on the community calendar. Don't forget, the community calendar is something where you can find that sucker if you go download a silly app on the appropriate store. So Android, so the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon Kindle Store. It is there. You just have to search for NBNN and you'll be able to find the appropriate app. And that app is called
News.
NBNN Soda
sorry,
app.
email. Okay.
Email.
Yay. Email.
Email.
You've got mail.
Yeah,
You've
I've
got
got mail.
mail.
I've got mail. I was going to be opening up the NBNN app that is on my phone.
Email.
Email.
Well, we knew
email.
we didn't have
Yeah.
female.
You've got mail.
Yeah, I've
got
got mail.
mail.
It is there, and you can always click on that button that says calendar on there. It's way down there.
Way down there. And yes, for those of you who happen to be regulars out on the site, you'll notice that the website did get an update last night. And nice, new, and shiny.
Oops. Okay, so community calendar. Don't forget nbnn.info. Click on the calendar button. That will take you to the collection of public calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar
Shroud. of
that Laz has compiled. And don't forget, if you want your calendar added to the public calendar, you need to email news@nbnn.info. And don't forget those pictures that you weren't supposed to share with anybody, those go to nudes@nbnn.info. And all times on the community calendar are Central Standard Time in the real world. And we prefer to refer to it as New Britannia time.
Nude Britannia time.
Today at noon, 6 and midnight, there are two idiots that misinterpret the news. Or was that interpret the news in a very, very liberal manner
That's
on a
right.
show called Lunch
Lunch
with Laz and Jack
with us. That's right.
on Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB.
Today at 1:30, Violations doing the Tech Talk Tuesday. Don't forget to check that out with him and Chris sitting there hanging out and talking about a variety of tech issues as it relates to Shroud of the Avatar and game development. At 2 p.m., you can join Sean Silverfoot in game for the Paxlayer Town Manager Hour. If you're interested in learning anything about the Paxlayer community and any of its boroughs of towns, you can talk with Sean Silverfoot about whatever. At 3 p.m., whatever. At 3 p.m. is the EVL EVL Euro Dungeon Crawl, which is headed by Wintermute Offcoff, and you can always join him on the overworld map outside of Owl's Head. At 7 p.m. is the EVL Monster Mash Dungeon Run, which is led by Zenny.
Zenny
Also meets on the overworld map outside of Owl's Head. Zenny's in.
Zini, the great Zini.
Thanks, Matt.
If that's not interesting to you, you can always join the Jade Dragons for a dungeon run of Chilblain's Compendium of Pain and Suffering.
Pain
Don't forget that's going to be happening in Braemar, which is in the Hidden Vale.
Braemar.
At 7 p.m. on the WRFB.
WRFB.
70s at 7. At 10 p.m. on Avatar's Radio is Temper Tantrum T-Days, and the final event of the evening is going to be the Record Room on WRFB.
WRFB Radio. Free
And that is our community calendar for this Taco Tuesday.
Taco and Tequila Tuesday.
In Shroud of the Avatar.
That is right. Just don't be avatarded, folks. And of course, as always, is all sorts of great stuff happening out there in the world. Except you don't go to any musical concerts because, not going to be worth the price of admission.
What?
Unless you sit with your
about
back to the musicians.
Oh, that.
Yes.
You're facing away with the camera.
Face away, face away. I don't know. This is even worse than it was. I mean, this is.
Hey, bug report it.
Yeah, well, we will.
Hey, I'm done bug reporting it.
Yeah.
I'll just bitch.
Working as intended. Worst bug ever. Yeah, I gotta work on my content.
I can think of a better or worse bug than that.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about Led Zepp's pants here, okay?
Hey,
He's actually wearing
corn
one today,
cob
which
out,
is weird.
man. Get my corn
That's why he doesn't wear pants.
Well, he's wearing them today because his corn cob has been cleaned.
It's all nice and clean now. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody had to go messing with that. I'm wondering. I'm guessing maybe that was something that all the corn turned black. I'm guessing we stumbled upon something by mistake.
that's an
Giggles
important
and
bug,
games,
you
I don't
know.
know.
I'll fix that first.
Moving right along, of course, NBNN is a proud sponsor of SodaCon Austin 2017. And Ezekiel Cooper has gone ahead and just updated the latest numbers out there with the sellout of the VIP tickets and an updated list of who is going and who's bought cloaks, all that good stuff. Venue has not been set yet. I know folks have been asking about that. Again, funding is going to determine venues. So if you guys are planning on going, early bird tickets have sold out. Prices increased. I believe it's $52 now. But tickets are still available. And if you need more information about SodaCon, you can go to sodaconaustin.org and check out the information there. There's a link and a post in the Shroud of the Avatar forums, and you can keep all the updated information, get all the updated info that you need. Yeah, repetitive, no? And of course,
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. If you don't get the answers you need out there, you can always shout out to me, and I'll get you pointed in the right direction and get you all the help you need with that. So, moving right along, we're going to go ahead and thank our sponsors for today. If I can just find the right button there. I hate when that happens. Of course, Radio Free Britannia. Sure, you laugh. Catch us in replays in WRFB throughout the week. Jeez, I'm just having a damnedest time with this today.
Let's
reset
read what's on the
that.
screen.
Nah, just for that, I'm going to reset it. Just piss Jack off.
You're gonna do all the sponsors today.
Yeah, we've been slacking on our sponsorship here, so we got to make sure that we get these guys covered because they help us out and we help them out. It works. But WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, where you can catch us throughout the week in replays. You can catch Deco Divas every Wednesday and Thursday evening. You can catch the Wake Up New Britannia crew every Saturday morning. And you can seek the freak on the swap shop every Saturday night from 8 to midnight. Check out all the great programming they got over there on WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. Grimy Traders Auction House, the eBay of Shroud the Avatar. If you're looking to get your own auction out there, you can get your own cash auction. You can get your own gold auction. It's free to sign up. It's free to list. It's free, folks. If you want to get in the auction business, go out to grimytraders.com and check it on out. The official sponsors of NBNN, the Auchenshire Markham Farms, located at Dawn's Keep, just south of central Brittany. And they've got all your vegetable, ale, cotton, and more. I don't know about that these days. I think somebody's actually got all the crops.
I don't know what you're talking about because
he's cornering
not
the
even
market on something out there.
He's still farming other stuff, and I believe he has an inventory.
But of course, if you need them in a hurry, you can also find them on the ShroudMarketplace.com. Our friends and family over at the Britannia Mining Company want you to come on down to Market Road in Black Rock Cove and check out all the merchant prices. They've got all the goods you need for your crafting. And of course, it's located right next to the Exeter Mine for your mining convenience as well. Jacob White over at SodaMap, sodamap.com. SodaMap is truth, so much so that they put it in the game, folks. SodaMap is now on your in-game screen. If you go on up to your settings, click on the Windows selector, scroll on down to SodaMap, click on that. SodaMap now appears right here in your in-game window. And of course, you can add and mark your own little markers on SodaMap. You just got to go out to sodamap.com, sign up and log in, and you'll be able to add all sorts of markers throughout the world for your own personal convenience that you'll see right here on your map in-game. Great stuff by Jacob White out there. Our good friend Ben over at Relics by Rild, relicsbyrild.com for all your licensed Shroud Avatar swag. Everything from t-shirts to hats to the NBNN bumper sticker. You can get it all at relicsbyrild.com. And if you want to save a little bit of money, use the promo code NBNN when you check out. You'll save 10% off all that swag at relicsbyrild.com. And last but not least, of course, our good friends over at the Shroud Marketplace, shroudmarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs.
What? Shroud Marketplace, the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related? What are you talking about? Yes, don't forget Shroud Marketplace, the place where any player can register as a vendor and start listing their items up for sale. Don't have to worry about the forums with the PME, long negotiations, all kinds of other stuff. If you're interested in registering as a vendor, you can always register an account and then click on the left-hand side, click on vendor registration. Then you can start putting your items up for sale, just like some bag prosperity tools.
I'm seeing everything from prosperity tools to a metropolis right here on the front page. I mean, can you say it any better than that, folks?
Yeah, and it's one where every single vendor is a different player. So when you start looking at the vendor list, you start realizing it's like these are all different players that have registered on Shroud Marketplace and are putting stuff up for sale.
Each one has
And
their own storefront. That's right.
they are responsible for maintaining their own inventory and completing those trades. And there was also the option to go through and actually rate transactions and rate vendors. You can do both
That's right.
on Shroud Marketplace. And not only that, it's free to list all of your items up for sale. Yay.
Yay, Marketplace.
Yay, Marketplace. And don't forget, it's also time for us to thank the most important people around here. And that is going to be
Love you guys.
Arius, who wants me to lift up that shirt and take it off. Take it off.
He wants you to take
Oh,
off his
yeah.
skirt? What?
Yes. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia. And even more for hanging out with us in Discord.
Or in game. That's right. You guys.
Or in game, yes.
Love
yes,
you guys
yes,
coming
yes.
out. Love having everybody join in on the shenanigans. And of course, yesterday you guys were given quite the treat. Lord British sat in for the whole show. And yeah, the more I look, he's right. You know, the people who come through and the characters they have and the designs in their clothing is just great stuff to look at. But meanwhile, we got to get out of here for today. We love you guys. We got to thank you all again from the bottom of our hearts because we do it for you guys. We're out here having fun. And we'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Stay tuned, NBNN, for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy wild happenings, the latest shenanigans and hijinks right here on the NBNN lot. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Bye, Eagle.
Bye, folks.
Bye, the Uncle Penny.
Love you guys.
That show was good.